Move it a little to the left. I tilted my head like it would give me a better viewpoint of the large evergreen tree. No. Come forward a half a step. Then to the right. That's it. Sam, my BFF since we were in diapers, scowled at me. That is where I had it in the first place, he said through his teeth. He clenched his fists, and his arm muscles contracted as he shifted it again, turning it. I waved my hand while giving him a scowl of my own. It's really not. Maybe it was, but I wasn't about to admit it. Rotate it, please. I think that side might be better. I crossed my arms and studied it as Sam glared at me. You know how important this is to me. Flexing again, he turned the larger-than-him tree around. I do know how important this is to you, so keep telling me, I'll keep moving it. But would it kill you for once to notice how much I've been working out? He waggled his brows and gave me a cocky grin. Was that why he volunteered for putting the tree in just the right spot under my direction? Of course it was. Ugh. I went boneless and collapsed on the couch in mock disgust. Of course I noticed how toned he'd gotten since the last time I saw him before I moved back to Shipton Harbor. But I sure as hell wasn't going to tell him that. Does this work on Olivia? I mean, she's your wife. She has to pretend you're hot. You do know that. Crickets chirped as he stared at me. I hid my smile as he said, Look, Ava, I get that we're best friends and like siblings and have been all our lives, but you don't have to be hurtful. Olivia chuckled beside me on the couch. It does not work. With a snort, Sam glared at his wife. Liar. I twirled my finger. Just turn the tree, muscle boy. It had to be perfect so that it could be seen from the street, which was down below the house. I wanted tasteful and noticeable decor without going over the top. A tree through the window was a must. This was the first Christmas I'd looked forward to celebrating since Clay, my beloved deceased husband, left this earth to find a new adventure without me. We were married for 21 years. He'd been dead for 5. Just wanted to make sure that was clear. I hadn't been sure I'd decorated the house this year. But my newfound family, which included Alfred, my ghoul butler/friend/ he's sort of a pet, and Snoozle, my immortal very large Maine Coon cat, as well as Owen, my needed-a-place-to-live necromancer and sort of trainer, and Olivia, Sam's wife, good Lord, they're a mouthful, all insisted that I at least put a tree up. They didn't say I had to decorate. That was on them. But believe me, if they decorated the house, they were also taking that down in January. Not that Snooze could put ornaments on the spruce fir. He was more likely to knock the thing over trying to climb it. And not that they'd decorate correctly. I would probably end up redoing everything anyway. I wasn't normally super anal retentive, but hey, it was Christmas. It had to be perfect this year. The sound of wild animals trampling down the stairs made me turn to investigate. Of course, there were no wild beasts in my house, just a mini version of Sam running ahead of Alfred, who carried a large box of holiday decorations from the attic. Owen walked slower behind the ghoul with the smaller box in his arms. Sammy rushed through the room and stopped to stare up at me. I looked back with one brow raised. I'd tried to keep a straight face, but failed miserably when he cracked a snaggletooth smile. The kid was too stinking cute. After a moment, Sammy folded his little arms over his chest and mean-mugged me. You gonna do magic? He loved it when I did little tricks for him. A giggle drew my attention to the brat's mother, Olivia, sitting on the sofa doing her best impression of a project supervisor. Of course, Olivia had told her son I could do magic, prompting months of him cutesy-ing his way into me coming up with more and more small magic tricks. I just hoped my new best frenemy didn't tell the 5-year-old that I could raise the dead.